the High Society Handbook, 10 Rules of Effortless Elegance. Welcome to the Finer Things, darlings. For those of you who are new, this is your gateway to high society, where we elevate everyday life, decode the world of etiquette, and master the art of timeless elegance. So let's be clear, you can buy the bag, you can perfectly accent, but if you don't master these habits when talking about, you'll stick out like a new money trust fund baby at a charity gala, and bless your heart for that. So today I'm revealing the 10 rules of effortless elegance, and trust me, once you notice them, you won't be able to unsee them. So let's see how you measure up, shall we? And let me know in the comments. Rule number 1, quality over quantity. Darlings, nothing screams new money quite like a closet overflowing with logo plastered nightmares. It's like a desperate attempt to prove something, when in reality, the truly chic don't need to shout, they whisper. Elegance isn't about owning everything, it's about owning the right things. The refined curate their wardrobe like an art collection, each piece chosen with care, thought, and a touch of je ne sais quoi, that particular little thing that makes it special. Fewer items, absolutely, but each one exquisite. So think a perfectly tailored blazer that makes you feel like you run a discreet generational fortune. Yes, just that kind. Shoes so divine that they don't just last years, they earn their place in your legacy and are worth the money. One heirloom watch, not 15 screaming timepieces trying to outshine each other. Because, my dear, elegance is never about, again, having more, but it's about having better. So maybe less, but better. And trust me, the chic can spot the difference a mile away. A wardrobe that looks like a duty-free shop at an international airport is très tragique. But the person who steps into a room in a beautifully cut coat with the confidence of someone who knows exactly who they are, that's power. Because true luxury isn't about quantity, it's about the quiet confidence of knowing that what you have is enough because it's impeccable. Rule number 2, a spotless environment. Now, I know what you're thinking. Julia, are you seriously telling me I need to keep my house architectural digest ready at all times? Yes, darling. I can see the side eye. Wait a second. That's exactly what I'm saying. Because let me tell you something. Elegance isn't just about what you wear, but it's about the world you create around you, your environment. A truly refined person does not live in chaos. You cannot be the vision of effortless grace and elegance when your living room looks like an Amazon warehouse exploded, including the boxes. No stray boxes lounging in the foyer. No artfully melted candles. That's not clutter, it's clutter. No sad piles of unfolded laundry playing the riddler in a tragic tale of procrastination. Fold them and put them away. Even the Dutch bunnies, if they must exist, at least have a couture attitude. So before you protest, let me remind you, I live in 10,000 square foot Gilded Age estate here in Noblewood. It's a proper grand home with dogs, children, and enough rooms to misplace things in daily. So trust me, I get it. But that's why I have a system, and I will film all videos about that. When I use something, I put it back. If I'm in the library, which in my case is our family room, I take whatever I've used, books, drinks, little indulgences, chocolate, and return them to their proper place. If I have tea, the cup goes to the kitchen. If I cook, which believe it or not I do very, very often, I clean as I go. Now, does my kitchen sparkle like a showroom at every moment? Not necessarily, but is it perfectly tidy? Always. Because here's the real secret. You cannot refine your life if you're living in a mess. Your home is a reflection of your mind. A chaotic space, a chaotic energy. And no one in high society thrives in chaos. So before you worry about curating your wardrobe or perfecting your accent, as we said before, so these small details, start with your environment. The truly elegant don't just appear put together, they are put together from their couture to their kitchen countertops. You know, when I moved to Abu Dhabi and Dubai, there were a few people who were not used to have staff, who were not used to have a certain kind of homes. But especially when I'm talking about 2006, 2007, it was a moment where there was a certain environment for which people could have more than they were used to in their home countries. Now it's very expensive, so things are a little bit different. But back then, you could afford a little bit more than you could in America or Europe. And I still remember people buying exotic cars and then going to their homes and seeing that they were still having the little bulb screwed in because they didn't buy a proper chandeliers or anything just to make the house finished. So that's what I'm saying. You cannot have one thing that is over the top and the other thing that is just touching the ground and starting excavating to the very, very bottom. Try to find a balance between who you are, who you want to project yourself in the world, and the environment that is surrounding you, because you are very much part of this. So the more beauty you surround yourself with, the more beautiful you will become. The power of pause. It's very, very important. Have you ever seen a truly elegant person running through an airport? Hair disheveled, bags swinging, out of breath like a contestant on a game show? No, you haven't. Because refined people don't rush or pretend they don't do. There's a certain grace in knowing that you will arrive when you're meant to, and that panicked energy solves absolutely nothing. The truly refined move with deliberation. They take their time. They walk at their own pace because maybe they leave early, speak in measured tones, and let the moment unfold without scrambling to fill the silence. There is this fact of being hectic at all times. It's not good. The person who controls the tempo controls the room, and that's where the pose comes in. A well-timed pose is powerful. It says I'm comfortable enough in myself to let silence, sometimes even during a conversation, do the talking. I do not need to rush to prove my worth. I see the rhythm and the world follows. Now, contrast that with the person who interrupts all the time, overshares, and rushes to blurt out their thoughts as if they are in a speed talking competition. And they maybe arrive even late, so that's worse. It's exhausting to witness, and worse, it reveals insecurity. The elegant, on the other hand, as we said, master the pause, because elegance is not just about what you say, it's about how you carry yourself. And the person who is poised, composed, and completely at ease, that's the person who owns the room. Another very important rule, I spoke about this in other videos, is a signature scent. A well-bred person has a signature scent. It's more powerful than anything, and it's not a suggestion, it's a necessity. It's that barely there trail of elegance that lingers when you leave the room, the olfactory equivalent of a silk slip under a cashmere coat. It whispers luxury. It doesn't scream, I got this from a TikTok influencer's perfume lunch. No, if you're buying perfume on TikTok, it's not good. The goal is understated but unforgettable. Think crisp citruses that say I summer in Saint-Tropez. Soft florals that evoke old work glamour without trying too hard. Something classic, something polished, something that doesn't smell like it was marketed to people who say girl boss unironically. No. Your scent should be yours, not whatever bottle was trending last week. The truly chic find a perfume that suits them and they commit, at least for a certain amount of time, not forever, because when someone catches a trace of your scent and immediately thinks of you, that, my dear, is power. The art of understatement. Very, very important. The wealthiest, most effortlessly elegant people you know have one thing in common. They don't try too hard. I said before, no loud logos, please, no. No screaming designer prints. No desperate attempts to be seen. No posting this on social media. Because here's the truth. If you have to announce your status, you don't actually have it. I'm sorry. And so the truly chic, they let confidence do the talking. Their wealth is in the cut of the blazer, the silkiness of the blouse, the craftsmanship of the handbag, not in the giant logo stamped across it. And it's not just about fashion, darling, if it seems like it on TikTok. No, it's a mindset. They don't name drop. They don't brag. They don't overshare. They know that mystery is a power move. The moment you start listing off your designer purchases, your exclusive invites, your jet set itinerary, you already lost the game. Sorry, so many people out there. The truly elegant don't have anything to prove, and that's precisely why they never need to. Oh, this is another important rule. Rule number, I don't remember which number. Elegant networking. The well-connected don't network. They cultivate relationships. Very important in your private and business life. You've seen them, the ones who show their LinkedIn profiles in your face at the dinner party, or again, name drop so aggressively, you think they were collecting social currency? That's a no. That, my darling, is not elegance. That is desperation, maybe in a designer suit. Truly refined individuals don't need to prove their connections. They know the real influence is quiet, but they remember names, recall details, and introduce people without expecting favors, at least in the short term. And now let me tell you a little story. This is fun because I always see life through my experience. I once knew a man, present, perfectly presentable, but he did have an affliction. He simply could not have a conversation without name dropping. If he was going to the gym, well, this was in Italy, so it wasn't just going to the gym. He was training with the personal coach of the country's most elite soccer team. If he had a business meeting, he wasn't just any lawyer. He was the most powerful lawyer in Milan, the one that goes on TV. At first, we all smiled and nodded. Maybe he's nervous, maybe it's a phase. But no, this was a full-time job for him. He could barely tell you what he had for breakfast, truly, without linking it to a very important person. I don't know, the VIP sausage. And here's the thing, if you truly belong, you don't need to convince anyone. You don't need to do that. The moment you start dropping names just to prove your importance, you're telling the world you don't believe you are important enough in your own. And this is not your normal life. It's always like a special occasion. And well, let's just say that approach did not work out well. Didn't work out well for him. Sorry. He got a divorce, he left. So the lesson, the real power players don't brag, they don't perform, they just are. They connect people naturally, effortlessly, or at least they seem so, doing that because they don't see relationship as transactions. And the next time you're tempted to prove yourself, just don't. Instead, again, say less. Keep a little mystery. Because, darling, the truly powerful don't chase the spotlight, they are the spotlight. You are the spotlight. Another rule, grooming and discipline. We need discipline in this. Elegance is in the details. You can wear all the Chanel in the world, but if your nails are chipped, I don't want to get started, your hair is fried or your shoes are ruined, it ruins the whole effect. No, you don't need to wear makeup and jewelry every day and your tiaras, but you don't need to pull yourself together physically, mentally, and emotionally. Presenting the best version of yourself makes you feel better too. If you roll out of bed and head straight out the door looking like you just escaped from an all-night flight delay, no, cashmere coat is going to save you. Nothing is going to save you. Why do I have to see you like that? The truly elegant prepare. They invest in the small things, skincare, posture, keeping their wardrobe pristine, because they know that polish is what separates effortless chic from absolute chaos. Wake up a little bit early and manage yourself. And then manners as a lifestyle. So manners aren't just for formal dinners. I get this objection all the time, but it's important in everyday life. They are in the little things. A handwritten thank you note, a proper good morning. Say please and thank you to your barista, to your neighbor. And here's the secret. How you treat people beneath you or people you think are beneath you on the social ladder says more about your character than how you treat these above you, the one you want to reach, the one to become a part of circle. An elegant person is always elegant with everyone, holding the door for someone, making eye contact, speaking to service workers, whatever they're giving you the service, with warmth is the little things that make all the difference. Because true elegance isn't about looking refined, it's about being refined. You are refined, you don't look like one. Another rule, appreciation for the arts. The truly cultured don't just know about art, literature, and music, they appreciate them. And if your idea of high culture is quoting a Netflix show, it's time to expand your repertoire. Go to the theater, attend a ballet, listen to classical concert, but not just that. If that's not your taste, that's fine. Build your own library. Watch documentaries, learn about history. You can't discuss geopolitics if you don't even know what came before. You don't need to be a walking encyclopedia. No one asked for that. It would be boring. But having cultural fluency, that's what separates the truly refined from the tragically uninformed with all the consequences we can see these days. Just a little anecdote. When I was 18, I was living in London and studying English. And I remember sometimes I was just going around town and I decided that I really wanted to get out from all the noise. I wanted to get out from all the people, all the students, because sometimes students are a mess. So I was just taking my little quiet hour and spending it at the National Gallery. I was just looking in awe at certain art that is just there. Or Victorian Albert Museum, if you don't like necessarily paintings, you can see jewelry, you can see so many other good things. You can even see Chanel exhibition at times. But it's that moment when you're really showcasing interest for someone else's creativity because it fuels yours. It's kind of a very good cycle that gets started. So that's why I'm talking about art. It's not just about what you think, oh my goodness, that was boring, it's school linked to something I don't like, I don't know. No, it's something you can look and you can get some emotions from. It can also be a good movie. And don't forget YouTube. You can go on YouTube and find great scientists, great historians, just showcasing things and creating documentaries that are very easy to follow. Maybe when you're eating your snacks or do something like that, but maybe you can learn something at the same time. So I think this is what I mean about art. So not just mean classical concert, because if you can't stand it, you can't be there, or you just look at your phone. It's not meant to be like this. But really, add a little bit of creativity in your life, because this will make your life more beautiful. And then another very important rule, the power of restraint. It sounds ominous, but it's not. The most powerful habit of all, restraint and moderation. The truly powerful people never over-explain, never overshare, and never overreact. They let silence do the work. The royal family's motto is never complain, never explain. A little mystery is a weapon in high society. Let others fill in the gaps. You don't need to dump an avalanche of emotion or overshare every thought. A little intrigue keeps people engaged. Remember, society is a chess game. Think before you move. That was all for today. A little bit longer than usual video, but I really wanted to put a lot of ideas out there. So how did you do? Are you already moving through life with effortless refinement, or are we starting from the ground up? No worries either way, darling. There's always time to refine and honestly to learn. I'm learning things every day. If you love the secret of high society and want more, please subscribe, like this video, and leave a comment. It helps more than you think. It supports my work, and I love hearing from you and responding to you. You can also find me on Instagram, TikTok, and right here on YouTube with shorts 2-3 times a week when I share more etiquette tips, tablescapes, glimpses of my home, recipes, and of course, more high society secrets. We are already 5,000. I can't believe that. And I'm truly committed to this channel, and I want to create even more. So let's become more chic together. Let's learn from each other. And until next time, stay beautiful and elegant as usual. Ciao.